Well, oof.
Okay, 152 for 4 by New Zealand against...
Normally, if you look at this sort of a target, you're going, yeah, it's not enough. But, man, that Sydney pitch is not an easy wicket to bat on at all.
Yep.
It doesn't look like the easiest track to bat. So in that sense, I think Daryl Mitchell, the man, New Zealand's man for semi-finals.
Absolutely. I mean, New Zealand, the last time they reached the final in 2020 was thanks to Mitchell's blitz at Abu Dhabi against England. 72 of 47. And that was in a much tougher knock.
Yeah.
Tougher situation because of a very good bowling attack. And also because he had received that blitz from Jimmy Neesham at the beginning. After that, he just took off. So 152, bit of early swing at the beginning.
There was. I mean, you saw Shaheen Shah getting some
Trent Bolt
movement. Yeah. So I think Trent Bolt and Saudi would be licking their lips in anticipation of that.
Exactly. So Trent Bolt and Tim Southee in the power play. New Zealand manages 38 runs in the power play. But that was because the pitch had something in it for the bowlers to exploit.
And to be fair, this does look like a very good pitch in for bowlers because again, early on you get some swing. Later on, you're getting a good bit of grip. So spinners are really coming into play.
Absolutely. And well, Lavrami, you are saying is 1990 World Cup repeat really happening? You are the prophet. You seem to be making all these kind of...
Seems to be happening.
Yeah, I mean, you are a prophet. You shouldn't ask us about the 1992 World Cup repeat. And this pitch suits Pakistan, Paresh Patil.
No,
yes.
That's the thing. That's what I was... And I think we were discussing this off air. But if you have batsmen like Rizwan Babar up top and you need a match to get back in form, this is really that knock, place to get the knock. Why? Because it's not a knock, not a pitch where you're going to be looking to be scoring at a 150 strike rate.
Yep.
You need to bat sensibly. Look at Kane. I think for the first 28 balls, he didn't have a single boundary.
Yep, he didn't. He didn't. So again, 153 is that. Look, I think on this particular kind of wicket, New Zealand may be 10-15 runs short.
Possible. Because
look, Williamson kind of struggled, but then look, this was the kind of wicket where you couldn't go bang bang.
You couldn't. No, I don't think Williamson struggled. He was playing according to the situation.
Yep.
He assessed the conditions well because it was not a pitch to bat on. It wasn't.
Yep. I mean, Glenn Phillips didn't succeed today. Finn Allen threw his wicket away.
Even look at Mitchell. He's like his strike rate improved a tad towards the end, but 3 4s and 1 6.
Not the kind of thing
that's not a Daryl Mitchell knock.
Yep. It's not an easy wicket though, and New Zealand and England struggled in that chase of 140 against Sri Lanka. And it seems to be a very, very similar wicket in that sense. And once again, as I said, when the ball goes soft, and on this particular
it's
deck,
very
it seems to be a very, very difficult total to chase. And Naseem Shah is underrated because of lack of wickets. Manikan, no, I think
he's rated,
he's rated pretty highly. And today actually Naseem pulled things back with a superb 18th over. I think he hit the trick, he hit the back of the length pretty well, but he also undercut the ball, and that is why you couldn't get that much of pace from him. And so that's why it is a really, really, you may say, a typical Pakistani. Wasn't too dazzling, wasn't too clinical. See, in the fielding bit, for example, they did flounder in the field as well. But that's what you get with Pakistan. It is a two-paced wicket.
Yes, Ankur Naik. It is. Because as we said earlier on, the swing bowlers are getting some movement.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, spinning.
Sridhar Deshpande is saying they should have sent Mitchell in and reverse, gotten Glenn Phillips down.
Possible.
I don't think that is possible because see, Mitchell is not that kind of a guy who will consolidate at the top. Phillips can, and then he can do it. But I don't think it's the other way around. If you drop, if you get Mitchell up and get Phillips down, I think you both are really in a, you play around with their role quite a lot. So I don't think that will happen. Santner and Sodhi will play the role, and 150 will be a game of nerves.
Yes,
absolutely.
And agreed, because again, it's a high pressure situation, but again, as a lot of people are predicting that 152, remember,
yeah,
2021.
But again, remember, that match you saw, India were playing catch up from the very beginning because, sorry, they lost 3 wickets.
Yeah, but even then, no, the point isn't what they scored. It's how Pakistan chased it down. 10 wickets.
Well, yeah, I mean, Pakistan will win. I mean,
such cricket analysis by RV.
Yeah. Aditya Kavlikar won't be easy because Pakistan will score 70-80 runs in the first 10 overs. If Babar Rizwan plays slow in the over, it won't be easy.
But no, I don't think they can look to be scoring 70-80 runs. Again, reminder that even New Zealand were about 50 odd for
38 for 2 in the 6 over power play.
And in the halfway mark, they reached 50 odd.
Yeah.
So I think the key here is to take your time. This is one of those wickets where you have to be patient.
Absolutely. So I think this is a double-edged sword for Pakistan. If they score at 70, which is what England did, mind you. England did that in that match against Sri Lanka, but then later on it became difficult.
It became very tough to,
But it all will
be fair. You have to remember one thing. England did it against Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Their frontline bowlers aren't anywhere near as lethal as Bolt and Southee.
Of course, but then the spinning, I was saying, Vanindu Hasaranga, Mahesh Thikshana, they all had impact in the middle overs.
Yeah, not in the early parts.
Yeah, Lahiru Kumara struggled slightly. Kasum Rajita was good.
Yeah.
But apart from that, Sri Lanka's bowling, as Shane said, is not up to par with the New Zealand.
Definitely not the Pacers. The
Definitely
spinners,
not the Pacers.
Definitely, I would say that, if you have Vanindu and Thikshana, that's a good this thing. But they're Pacers. And I think that's why England took their chances against them.
Yeah, Wheel of Time. Some analysts on some shows are being very harsh on Kane, even saying he couldn't be in the side. No nuance. People forget he has an 80 in the last World Cup final.
So I think, this knock, there was nothing wrong with the knock. He was playing according to the situation. I mean, even Daryl Mitchell, as I pointed out, he batted about 30 odd balls, just had 3 4s and a 6. That's 8.
That's it.
This is not a bang bang wicket by any stretch of the imagination.
4 and 6 hitting is not easy. And I think the guy who holds the key for Pakistan, Babar Rizwan, we have always spoken ad nauseum about it, but I think the guy who will be the key is Mohammad Haris.
Because he has that ability to come regardless of situations and play a quickfire cameo. If you can get a quickfire 30-40, then that's, changing the game. Changing the game.
Today, even Pakistan's fielding, we have to give credit to them. They did field decently as compared to previous other instances.
Yeah, I mean, there were times when they were putting their bodies on the line, diving around. Yeah. Maybe a catch or two here or there, a run out or two. But I think, we expect that from them. So actually, Pakistan, by their own standards, were above average today. They were.
Yeah, they were. And Piyush Nandre is saying, imagine losing to Zimbabwe and reaching to finals and losing to India in final. Pak is such an entertainment package.
Yeah, I know. The thing with, I think I remember reading it somewhere. It's that there's a thing with Pakistan, you don't try and understand the ride, you just enjoy the ride. Yeah. That is the thing when it comes to being.
I know. See, it's like you're trying to enjoy a roller coaster with a blindfold in your eyes. That's how it is. You just go with the flow. And I see Pakistan will change their batting and Shan Masood will hold the batting. Yes, Shan Masood
will also hold key.
But Mohammad Haris.
Yeah, but again, if he can get a quick cameo on this sort of a wicket, it makes it very easy on the batsman afterwards because they'll have to be scoring at less than.
And imagine there's Shadab also. So they have batting till number 7. The same as, and there is no change in the batting lineup as expected. It is Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan opening the batting for them. And Trent Bolt will open the bowling for them. Marty Guptill's on
the field.
For whom? That we'll have to see.
Maybe Mitchell.
Yeah, maybe for a couple of overs, Guptill will be there. And remember, Martin Guptill, oh boy, what a 2019 World Cup he had. That run out, no, but he was the guy who got run out by inches in that final, that super over. That's so heartbreaking. So that is why I will say, okay, Babar and Rizwan, it's a score that is up there in their template.
Yeah. This is right up their alley.
If they take too long, then I think they are.
No, I think the key for them here is normally what happens with them is they try and play out a few dot balls here or there and then make up for it with boundaries. Here, it will have to kind of look to rotate. One thing you have to give the New Zealand batsmen credit for, they were rotating the strike very, very well.
Yes.
Lots of 1s, lots of 2s. That, I think, they need to be doing.
Yep, indeed. So New Zealand are a superb fielding side. Absolutely.
True. But the thing is, you have to remember, this is a ground which has some bigger boundaries. You have to work those. Work the gaps, play it long, soft hands.
Yes.
That is the key. Will they be able to do that? Well, that's something.
The opening combination for Pakistan this time has been only 14.2 from the duo average.
I wouldn't be shocked if a super over came. Let's put it that way. I wouldn't be shocked.
New Zealand and super overs, if that happens, then it's advantage Pakistan because New Zealand have had absolutely wretched luck when it comes.
That was a horrible ball to start with.
Yeah, and what was similarity. Even Finn Allen got off the mark with a boundary.
Yeah, but also, I understood the intent behind what Shahid was doing.
Yeah.
It was a dolly on terms, but it was a half volley. He was looking for swing. I think he tried a Short ball?
Short ball,
Didn't get
yes.
much bounce.
Yep, no bounce.
Ah,
not that
I
much
mean,
of
come
bounce.
on, you're asking to be hit.
Oh, Santner just evaded Santner at cover. So
Yeah, but to be fair, I don't think it was a catch. No, I think you
Oh,
could have
right, he
fielded
could have
it.
fielded well, but that's asking too much from Santner, who's a brilliant fielder, by the way.
Brilliant fielder, but also a bit of a tall lad. Can be a little,
Yeah, he can be. So Rizwan
better,
has
much
started
better,
well, much better. Bolt has pulled the and
Oh, did they take an overthrow?
no, they haven't taken an overthrow
No.
because it's Martin Guptill.
Yeah.
And Guptill in direct hits, MS Dhoni would know.
Hmm.
Yep, so 153. Can New Zealand defend 152?
It's possible, Again, as I say, I think you get 2-3 wickets and you're back in the game. But
Yep.
if this opening stand goes long, it's advantage Pakistan.
Yep, and Trent Bolt, Tim Southee, Lockie Ferguson, Ish Sodhi, Mitchell Santner, they will have a big role to play. So Pakistan have started the chase. They are 5
And they're
for
looking to
3,
take singles, see?
and that's where the similarity ends because New Zealand lost a wicket on the third ball,
Right.
and that's where it ends. So, yep, New Zealand will need to defend 152. Pakistan need 153 to reach the final for the third time. 2007, 2009, and now 2022.
And now 2022.
They are battling their own 13-year jinx.
Yeah, exactly.
So, let's see and watch. We'll be back in the match end to see whether Pakistan will make it or will the Black Caps do it yet again.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest
Like,
news and
share,
analysis.
comment, Twitter. Oh,
And it's a drop.
No, I think it fell short. I think
it was a drop by Devon Conway.
Oh, and they did refuse the single?
They did refuse a
And to be
single.
fair, I think your ball was traveling very slow.
Oh, but I think Conway was very late in taking the strike. I think he was too late in
Let's see.
jumping.
What a ball.
Yes,
though.
it was an edge.
Oh,
And
wasn't it? No. Oh, that's a drop. That's a drop.
Conway dropped Babar Azam.
Oh,
on
that's
zero.
not a good sign. That's not a good
New Zealand's
sign.
fielding letting them down on a big stage. And yes, they did take a single.
They did. I had to. It was.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh boy. This could be the game changer. That's the kind of luck maybe Babar Azam needs to get his campaign going.
And they done a single of that. Wow.
Yes. So we subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. We'll be back.
Yeah, because
with
this
more
looks like it's
updates.
going to be a thriller. So.
Yep.
Yep.
Press the like, share, and subscribe button on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Thank you. Bye bye. Vanakkam.